Hey everyone. Today we're tackling a common headache. That metal item you've had for years now covered in rust and you have no idea where to start cleaning it. Don't worry, I'll show you a simple step-by-step way to handle it, so even if you've never dealt with rust before, it really won't feel intimidating at all, and you might even enjoy the process. So, the first step, we've got an old laptop charger here with a separate adapter and cable. The problem is, the plug that goes into the laptop is broken. Let's see how we can deal with this safely and efficiently. For the cable attached to the charger itself, we'll carefully strip a section of the outer insulation to expose the inner wires. This step needs precision so we don't damage the conductors inside. Alright, let's deal with this heavily rusted wrench. First, I'll attach one end of a wire to the wrench itself, and the other end to any piece of metal nearby. Now, if you've been following my previous videos or if you have some knowledge about electricity, you'll know this is a simple electrolysis setup. The idea is straightforward. Electricity will flow through the circuit, and the rust on the wrench will gradually break down and lift off. You don't need fancy equipment. Just a safe power source, a few wires, and patience. The key is making sure everything is connected properly and nothing dangerous can happen. Stick with me and you'll see even heavy rust can be removed effectively with this method. By the end, your old rusted tool will look much closer to its original condition. Alright, we're halfway done. Let's set this aside and move to the next step. In this step, I'm going to prepare a mild salt solution. The ratio is 600 milliliters of clean water to 2 tablespoons of salt. Did you know? Salt in water plays a crucial role in the electrolysis process. It increases the solution's conductivity, allowing electricity to pass through more easily. This, in turn, helps rust on the metal surface break down more effectively. Now we're ready to start the electrolysis process. First, immerse the two metal objects connected with the wire into the saltwater solution. Then, plug it into the power source and wait for the reaction to begin. This is the signal that it's time to unplug the power. Always pay attention to these signs to stay safe. As you can see, the wrench has lost about 70 to 80% of its old, worn look. Now, all that's left is to give it a thorough, careful cleaning, and it'll be looking almost like new again. Before we start sanding, I'll spray some water on it. This helps loosen any remaining rust and prevents dust from flying everywhere. Ban nin nai, no da koi fuk dua koang 90% so voi dong vi ban dao chi bang phuong fap dien fan ko ban not. That wraps up this example. The next item is very similar and I promise it'll be just as interesting. Stay tuned for the next demonstration. you'll see the same process applied to another metal piece, with equally impressive and satisfying results. Alright, before we completely wrap up, let's spend a few more minutes reflecting on why this method is so satisfying, and why it's been relied on for generations. You've seen a rusty wrench transformed using the simplest electrolysis technique, just salt, water, and a low-voltage current. At first glance, it seems almost magical. But there's real science here. Electricity flows through the conductive solution, breaking down the iron oxide that forms rust, without harming the underlying metal. Adding a bit of careful observation and a steady hand will make the results even more impressive and consistent. Historically, electrolysis has been around for over a century. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, metalworkers, engineers, and even coin collectors were using similar methods to restore tools, machinery parts, and delicate metal objects. They didn't have YouTube tutorials or fancy adapters. Just basic electricity, patience, and ingenuity. Think about that. Craftsmen working with the tools they had, yet achieving results that still amaze us today. Every time I do a restoration like this, I feel connected to that long tradition, and I hope you feel that too. Let me tell you another personal story. A few years ago, I discovered an old pair of pliers in my grandfather's shed. They had been left to rust for decades. I applied the same basic electrolysis method we used in this video, and slowly, layer by layer, the rust lifted. What was left wasn't just the metal, it was memories, a connection to the people who used it before me. Inside the handles, I even found a tiny handwritten note my grandfather had tucked away. It reminded me that restoration isn't just cosmetic. It preserves history, emotion, and small personal details that often go unnoticed. And that's why I share these methods with you. Another tip I've learned is that preparation matters. Make sure the object is free from loose dirt or oil. A quick wipe or a gentle scrub before electrolysis can save hours of waiting. Also, patience is crucial. Heavily rusted items take time. Don't rush the process. Enjoy watching the transformation happen gradually. It's oddly meditative, deeply satisfying, and sometimes even inspiring to see the progress. Electrolysis works on more than just tools. I've restored antique locks, decorative metal pieces, and even small mechanical parts from machinery. The principle is always the same: conductive solution, low voltage power, and careful connections. And you can experiment at home safely. It's versatile, educational, fun, and surprisingly rewarding. Now, I want to make this interactive. Think about the oldest or most meaningful metal item you own. Could it be restored? Leave a comment and tell me about it. I'd love to hear your stories. Or if you've tried electrolysis before, share your results. Sometimes, viewer suggestions become inspiration for my next project. Your interaction matters, it really does. Safety is crucial. Even though the voltage is low, always wear gloves, keep wires insulated, and don't let electricity and water mix in a dangerous way. A safe workspace ensures you enjoy the process and get the best results. Finally, thank you for sticking around to the end. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next demonstration. Share it with a friend who has old rusty tools, they'll appreciate it. And don't forget to comment. Let me know what you think or what you'd like me to restore next. Restoring metal is more than just cleaning. It's about curiosity, patience, and respect for history. Each project connects you to the object, the people who made it, and the story it carries. So take your time, enjoy the process, experiment safely, and remember, even the simplest, oldest methods can produce incredibly satisfying results. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, where we'll tackle another rusty metal item and breathe new life into it. The sense of accomplishment you get from transforming something old into something almost new is truly special. So stay curious, keep experimenting, observe carefully, and keep bringing history back to life.